You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers. Everybody's sitting around waiting. More specifically, Pittsburgh Steelers fans are sitting around waiting. There has been a little speculation out there surrounding Aaron Rodgers and the New Orleans Saints, and would they go that route? There's a Carson Wentz rumor that popped up in regards to the New Orleans Saints as well. That's a side note. I'm not making a video on that. I also decided not to make a video on the fact that, I don't have enough time in the day to make a scheduling release video for every game that gets leaked out purposely. The NFL literally put it out. We're opening the season with the Cowboys going to Philadelphia. Jerry Jones gets to watch the Eagles raise a banner. Woof. That's going to hurt. But it's interesting. Dak Prescott should be back, should be healthy. George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb against the Eagles. Yeah, I've seen people online saying, we're not watching. Did you know that the Cowboys and the Chiefs basically are still tied for the most watched games that there are? So, yeah, somebody's watching. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Cowboys still draw them in. So, here we go. Very interesting tidbit put out by Florio about Aaron Rodgers. Now, the other day I made a video that Aaron Rodgers may be waiting till after the schedule release. Colin Cowherd came out and said that's what he heard. Mike Florio said a birdie got in his ear that Rodgers was waiting for the schedule to come out. But this is kind of interesting because this would be a big middle finger to Roger Goodell in the NFL. Now, of course, May 14th, it's going to be a big, they'll have their big schedule release show. Rich Eisen will be on there, right, to release, and they'll be talking about breaking down games 4 months before they happen. And so this is what we got, all right? Pittsburgh's OTAs begin on May 27th. That's 16 days away. If he's serious about being as ready as he can be for looming football season, it makes sense to show up and get to know his teammates' coaches. On a side note, by the way, Keyshawn Johnson has come out and said he's 100% sure that Aaron Rodgers is going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he doesn't believe, at least I don't believe it either. I don't think Aaron Rodgers holds the Steelers hostage, knowing that he's not going to play. I just, that would be such a bad look. I mean, honestly, CBS Sports' Cody Benjamin is predicting now that Aaron Rodgers will go to the Steelers. Number one, Aaron Rodgers throws to DK Metcalf on the Steelers, talking about things that he's already done. Like working out with DK Metcalf was a big indication that something was pretty much sort of wrapped up with this thing. So, Colin Cowherd suggested the Steelers' official schedule will be the last factor in Rodgers' decision as to whether to accept the long-standing offer to don the black and gold for 2025. There's one other possibility that would be hilarious if it happens. We have caught wind of a chance. Now, Florio does say he don't know how realistic it is, but there is a chance, and they have heard, that Rodgers could announce or leak his plans at 7:45 p.m. Eastern or so on Wednesday, upstaging the schedule release planned 15 minutes later. God, that would be hilarious. It really would. So there's a world where he could literally wait. I can tell you I'm Central, so that show starts at 7 p.m. my time. So it's 6:45 Central, 7:45 p.m. Eastern. Aaron Rodgers may be like, I'm coming to the NFL. I'm coming back to the NFL this season. I'm going to play for the Steelers. Good luck with your schedule release show. Because, I mean, I don't know if the NFL, if NFL Network, if Rich Eisen, I don't know if they're prepared. I assume they would not pivot from their schedule release plan, like show plans. I know that's live, yada, yada, yada. I assume it's live. I think it's live. Anyway, I would assume they wouldn't pivot. I'm sure they would open, probably talk about it for like 2 minutes, and then maybe move on. But that would be hilarious because all of a sudden on social media, Aaron Rodgers is trending because he's decided to officially say he's coming back to the NFL. All right? Florio even admits it would be hilarious. The arrangement of games would take a back seat to the Aaron Rodgers news. He'd become the Sedur Sanders of the schedule release. That would be funny. It would be a surprise if he did, because he's smart enough to know many would see through the gesture and accuse him, rightfully, of making it all about him. Regardless, in Pittsburgh, it's been all about him. By the way, in case you're wondering, there was a leak that he had joined a Pittsburgh country club. All right? And that and one of their radio guys out there, or common local, I don't think it's a beat writer, I think it's a radio guy, came out and said he had been told that Aaron Rodgers joined one of the local country clubs. Now, that has since been debunked by way of the country club, I guess, owner. The owner did say we'd like to have Aaron Rodgers if he was. But my other thing is, why would the country club, I guess if he's not, I guess he could come out and say something if he's not actually a member of the club yet. So I was going to say, why would he come out and, I would guess he'd go with more like a no comment or something like that if Aaron Rodgers was actually part of the country club. But this is getting interesting. Carson Wentz got brought up to the Saints. I didn't think about him with the Steelers either. And he's sort of one of these guys that, you know, had a lot of success early and then fell off as a draft pick. You got to wonder, is there a resurgence there, a Sam Darnold, you know, Geno Smith kind of resurgence at some? Carson Wentz has got so much talent. Big, strong, rocket arm, little mobile. I mean, I don't know. I'm shocked he's as bad as he's been. But it is what it is. And then there, of course, is Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is still laying around out there like a snake in the weeds. Word has it, the Steelers would start looking at him if Aaron Rodgers did retire. I just don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to retire after making the Steelers wait this long, because they made them wait through free agency and then made them wait through the draft. All right? They claim they're happy with Mason Rudolph. I just cannot imagine that. I cannot imagine that. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.